Hello, you guys, and how are you today? Welcome to my channel. I am Dee, and welcome. Okay, you guys, today we're gonna do a little something different today. Usually I'm talking about, excuse me, I'm talking about how to save coins or, something beautiful or dishes or something like that. But today, this is actually going to be something about saving money too. Because what is one of the most expensive things that you have to pay for? Your car. Now, if you like me, ladies, most of the time you just getting in and going. You're not really thinking about the oil. You're not thinking about the tire pressure. You're just really just getting in and going, to wherever it is that you're getting ready to go to. And you just automatically assume that when I get in there, it's going to go. It's going to do what I need it to do. But we have to start being a little bit more conscious, especially now, summer is coming. And especially since we're out a bit more, we're going to be going different places. You may be taking your kids to different outings and things like that. So you need to be aware of some of the things that that are going on with your car. So today I have a list, and I'm going to use my paper, you guys, because I might forget. So today we're going to talk about 7 things a woman needs to know about her car. All right. The first thing, you know what? Before I get started with that, something random from the last video that I did, and I was telling you about the little spoons for your body cream. I wanted to show you this here. This is what that little spoon came out of. So if you ever go, in Dollar Tree and you pick up one of these, they may have them at, another dollar store too, but be sure and keep these because they can be useful. All right. Okay. Now let's get down to business. All right. The first thing I wanted to ask you guys is, do you know where do you put the oil in at? Do you know what weight of oil, do you use? Do you use 1030? Do you use 1040? And when you go to, guys, I see something here. What is that? Okay, there we go. Okay, so, and when you go to get your oil changed, if you go to a place, if you don't have a husband or boyfriend that does it for you, when you go to the service center, do you know exactly what kind to get? Are you getting synthetic? Or are you getting other kind? What kind of oil are you getting? What's the best kind for you to get? So, the one thing you can do is this here. Now, usually this is going to come in with your car, ladies, and this is not just for decoration. But how many times have you really opened this up and really looked through it, read through it? Usually when something goes wrong with your car, you just like, okay, let me call somebody and see what's going on. But, a lot of times just look right in here. And that can give you just a little bit, an idea maybe of what might be going on with your car. All right. So it's not just for decoration, ladies. Take the time. Maybe sometimes you might be sitting in a doctor's office, or you might be just outside, waiting for the kids to come or something like that. And instead of, maybe going on YouTube or just doing something that, of course, like if you're listening to me, that's a different story. But you know what I'm saying. Instead of doing something random, do something productive. Start thumb through your book a little bit and see what's going on inside. Okay, because it's not just for decoration. All right. Now, the next thing I wanted, also I wanted to tell you too, once you learn how to check your oil and all these things, you guys, that I'm telling you, you need to know them. And I'm telling you because I had to learn them myself. It's so, I don't know, I think it's kind of embarrassing, if you have to have somebody check your car and they're like, okay, so where's your oil cap? Where's your oil? Where do you put your oil in at? And you just like, yeah. So You know, along with us, you know, bossing up, as they say, these things that you need to know these things too. All right, the second thing I want to tell you guys about is tires. Now, do you have one of these? Do you know what it is? Okay, it's a tire pressure gauge. See this here? Really cute, something that can go in your purse. You know, it's not going to disturb anything, and they only cost maybe like $1 or $2 depending on where you get them. And you see this right here. These right here. See if I can get this to focus you guys here. It's going to tell you, I don't know. Okay. Those are the tire pressure numbers. Okay. Now this part right here, when you get ready to check your tire, you got to screw the little cap off. You know, and let me tell you something. It was a long time before I learned how to really check the pressure on my tire. I was grown. And I'm going to be transparent here for a minute. I was scared. I don't know why I was scared, because I thought that if I took that little cap off, my tires were going to deflate. I know it's ridiculous. Now I know it is. But, excuse me, you guys. Hold on a second. Now I know it is. But then that's actually what I thought. I thought that they might deflate. I was scared. I really was scared of the unknown. But now I don't have a problem with that. So what you're going to do, you're going to put that little part on right here. So you got two parts right here. You got this little part right here, and you got this part. This part is to check your tire, you know, your tire pressure. You know, and then this part here is to take some out. Now, I never messed with this part before because I don't know nothing about that. I don't know anything about that. And also, let me put a disclaimer out here. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just telling you just a few of the things that I had to learn that I think that if you don't know, you should know. And if you do know, good deal. Okay. So, because, you know, we get in that car every day, just get in there, and we just expect for it to go. You know, just like in the house, when you flick it on the light. I just expect for it to come on. All right. So, just go in your, in your automotive section, pick you up one of these. Actually, they're inexpensive enough. Pick you up a couple of them. You can have maybe one in your purse. And one in the middle console in your car. Something like that. Because you never know, when you might need it. Somebody else might need one or something like that. But anyway, look at that. And it's nice and sleek too. It's not ugly looking. All right, so tire pressure gauge. Do you have one of these? If you don't, you need to get one. All right. Now, when you check your tires, do you know how much pressure is supposed to be in your tires? Now, if you look, I'm going to show you a picture here I took with my other. Now, if you look inside your car, now this is on the inside of my car, inside the door, you'll see something like this. Okay, I don't know if you ever noticed it before, but that's going to tell you how much pressure you should have in your tires. And also, I think it's a good idea, if you have a place that you go to regularly, develop a relationship, just like I told you about jewelry, to develop a relationship with your associate at the jewelry store. Develop a relationship with the mechanic that you go to. Yeah. Ask them things that you might be curious about. We don't want to just, be totally clueless. We don't want to do that, ladies. All right. So, all right. The next thing I wanted to tell you about, ask you, do you know how to unlatch your hood? Now, we all know that, there's a mechanism on the inside. When somebody might say, pop your hood. Okay. So we're going to pull that. But then there's a two-part to it. So once you go, you know, you got to get out. And then there's a latch up under there. Now, some are really easy, you know, to get open. And some, you know, might be a little trick to it. You might have to press it this way, press it up that way, press it down or something like that. But do you know how to unlatch your hood? And if you don't, that's something you need to practice on. Because a lot of times, every hood latch is not made the same. And somebody, you know, like me, you know, I had a problem in the winter. And my son-in-law had to come and, you know, help me get my battery started. So then we had to get the hood unlatched, you know. So that was the whole thing, because every latch is not made the same. So if you don't know how to unlatch your hood yourself, you need to do that. Because even if somebody else might help you, then they may say, well, you know, how do you, I can't get this. I can't, you know, and then, you know how to do it. Good deal. Yes. We, like I said, we ain't just driving now. We want to be knowledgeable while we driving. Not only look good, we're going to have brains and beauty. Yes, ma'am. Brains and beauty. Okay. All right. Now, next thing I wanted to ask you, wiper blades. Do you know how to change your wiper blades? All right, that's something else we need to know, ladies. Now, when you go in your automotive section, you're going to see all different types of wiper blades. You know, some are, you know, cheap, medium, and then high. So sometimes they may have recommended wiper blades for your car, but sometimes you can just get the generic kind. That's okay too. So, but you have to know too. Now, all wiper blades, I learned this. All wiper blades are not the same size. Now, some, you know, one might be longer than the other one. So, and they also, I think I have seen them come in pairs, but a lot of them, mostly, they come separate. You have to get, you know, one for the right side, one for the left side. So you have to keep that in mind too. But again, they have a catalog, like a catalog in there. And you can just go in the catalog, scroll down, and, you know, get your car, get the model and the year of your car. And then it's going to, you know, just, you know, reference and tell you, you know, what size wiper blade you need. Now, most places, like sometimes if I might go to Walmart, they'll change it for you. You know, but I like to, you know, look and see a lot of times when people are doing things for me, because I like to know how to do it myself. So, and the mechanics, they don't mind, you know, mind you watching, you know, while they do it. And I think they kind of think it's kind of neat that you ask a question about how to do it, you know. So, when you get, so a lot of, also too, if you would go to maybe like AutoZone, places like that, a lot of times if you buy them, they'll put them on for you. And it's okay to have people do things for you sometimes, but it's even better if you know how to do it yourself, because you never know what might happen. You know something, actually, I went, okay, men, if it's any men watching this, don't do me now. I'm making an observation here, because I was raised where, you know, men, you know, my brothers and stuff, they know how to do, you know, pretty much everything. They may not do it now, but when they were growing up, a lot of things, you know, my dad, he just showed them how to do, you know, that we feel like a man should know how to do. Okay, but these days we know a lot of things have changed, ladies. So a lot of things we have to do ourselves. But anyway, the point of my story is, I was working at this one place, and this guy, the lady, she needed her windshield wiper blades changed. And do you know the man, the grown man that she was with, he didn't know how to change them. That's all. I'm going to leave that story right there. That's all. So, just another reason why you should know how to change your wiper blades yourself. All right. So, also, let me see. All right. Next thing I want to ask you is, do you know where your spare tire is. Have you looked at it? I mean, most times, yeah, we know the spare tire is in the trunk, and a lot of times, if you buy a car, you're going to look at it. But have you looked at it? Have you really looked at it? Have you looked at the jack that comes with it? A lot of them have just that little basic jack, that might come with it like that. But maybe check and see if that's really the best jack that you need for the car. And if it comes down to it and you have someone to teach you how to change the tire on your car, ain't no harm in that. Ain't no harm in that. I think it's a good thing for a woman to know how to change the tire on her car. Exactly. So that's just another thing. And also, when you're checking your spare tire, you want to make sure that, it's got air in it. Because, sometimes things just be sitting back there. It might be completely deflated. You think that you got a whole, I heard it called like donut in your, to use if you need it, and you don't. It has no air in it. Oh, and speaking of air, if you can, get you a portable air compressor, for your cars too. They have a lot of different kinds on the market, and that's something that can come in handy, because I think the one that I had, you can press it to the the lighter thing in your car, where you put your look at you guys. I know what I'm doing. I just can't think all the technical terms all the time, you guys, but you know what I'm saying. You can plug it inside your car and it'll start generating air for your tire. So if you don't have one, look into maybe getting you a portable air compressor. Just put it right back in your trunk, along with your spare tire that you checked, right? Exactly. All right, number 6, antifreeze. Do you know how to check your antifreeze? Basically, that's like checking your oil and stuff too, ladies. You need to know that. Do you know where it's located? You need to know where things are located on your car. Don't let it be a foreign country once you open the hood. I don't know. No, we don't want to do that. We need to know something. When I say you, I'm talking about me too. I'm just talking about us in general. We need to know. You need to know the thing that's taking you back and forth every day. Taking you shopping, taking you on dates, taking your kids here and there. You need to know. You need to know. All right. And let me see. Oh, I think the last thing I wanted to just tell you about, which I already covered actually, was the air compressor. So, oh, you know what? No, I didn't. Oh, I got a couple more things, you guys. Not on my list, but just some random things that you can pick up sometimes also to kind of put in your trunk so you can have your supplies. Now this right here is a funnel. These are funnels. You'll find these like at the Dollar Tree. This is like for your oil and for your antifreeze. And I think you can probably get these for like $1 or $2, something like that. Okay. So these are funnels. So you need those when you putting your oil in or your antifreeze. Funnels. Okay. And also something really you definitely need to invest in if you don't have these. You need some cables. You need some cables. You need some cables. If you don't have some, get you some. If you don't, take that that little money, that little change that you might have, was going to buy some earrings or a dress or something like that on, because they're not that much. Get you some cables. Have you some cables in your trunk. Because if anything would happen, like like me, your battery stalls or something like that, my son like, you got cables? I was like, yeah, I got them. I got cables. I got cables right here. I got cables. If I don't know nothing else, I got some cables. Okay, so get you some cables. Get you some cables. Put them in your car, because you never know. You know, it might be you. It might be a friend. You need to help or something like that. But anyway, get you some cables. So with all that being said, I just stopped by for a minute, ladies, because I was just, I don't know, I was just kind of thinking the other day, and I was just thinking about our car. You know, it's summertime, and well, getting ready to be summertime because it's still kind of cool here sometimes where I'm at. Thus the sweatshirt. So, but these are some things that you need to look into. If you haven't thought about them, you need to think about them. You need to ask somebody or research it, ask somebody, look it up, or whatever you need to do to, to be a little bit more car savvy. We don't just get in there and go, but go with knowledge. Go with knowledge, my child. Go with knowledge. Yes. And you'll be glad you did. All right then. So again, you guys, thanks for stopping by. And if anything on here helped you, just give me a like, a comment, and preferably a subscribe. And then come back to see me again. I think I'm gonna do maybe like a little mini series on this, just a little mini one. And from time to time, I'll be coming back with some more things about things that we need to know as ladies. All right then. So have a great weekend, and I will see you later. Don't forget, get you some cables. Get you some cables. All right. I'll see you later.